Namaste. Once again, me, myself, Chandra Yogi. Well, you see, my dear friend and children, sometimes I think that uh, I can speak in English and I think I can express my ideas, opinions, whatever I want in English. And I think my language is not difficult to understand. The way I speak and the words I choose are always very simple and are very audible and are very clear to understand. This is my opinion. I don't know how it goes to others because generally people say that I'm good at English, but I'm not myself confident. Uh, but I'm sure that I'm good at English. When the question comes of my students, of my children of 11 and 12 classes, I feel uh, very uneasy and very sad, and sometimes I become very hopeless too. The reason behind is that I always try to do hard work with them. I always try to explain them everything from bottom to top. uh, I think there is no problem uh, in my attitudes and in my behavior towards my students. I always behave very politely with them. I never believe in giving them punishment. Even then, I find that students usually do not pay attention to what we say, and they are not very regular. They do not do their work regularly. They usually become absent. They do not pay full attention to what we are teaching them, what we want actually. When the session begins, I feel, I hope that new students have come and mm, that I will do hard work with them. They will also cooperate me and they will also be able to speak, to learn something, and I can be able to modify them as I want. This kind of feeling I have. Later on, time passes and days pass. At the end, I find that uh, my those dreams, those imaginations were wrong. A few only, I find them obedient and improving. Many of them become loose, idle, irregular. Some of them start criticizing too, also to me also. Uh, I find that their level of learning is not of that kind that they can pass TSC examinations, teacher selection examinations, or public service commissions. Then question comes: what will they do? How will they manage their life? How will they earn, and how will they support their life? How will they fulfill the expectations of their parents and their relatives? Because a man is related with many people. It is needed with the relationships. If we talk about a boy, he is not only a boy, he is someone's son, someone's brother, someone's maternal uncle, someone's friend, and country's wealth. So if one gets damaged anyway, then the loss is untolerable. It's very difficult to tolerate because one student means one pillar of the nation. So I become sometime very dejected that what to do, what not to do. Later on, when I reach deep inside the reason, then I find that the student who come in 11 and 12 classes, I mean, in my classes, they are already modified. They are already out of track. They all have already lost their habit of learning. Uh, a few only are on track, and they become easier to us or to me to handle. But many of them are too rigid to clear them. I can't understand. I do. I tell them everything. When I teach my student, I tell them to make copies, notes for vocabulary, notes for Nepali summary, notes for English summary, and in the same way, grammar's notes for translation, because I give everyday homework them when I leave my class. Before I leave my class, I always leave some questions to them to sentences to get translated. For just example, if I leave today class, before I leave class today, uh, I give them some sentences to translate, and later on next day I ask them to produce the answers, and many of them are unsuccessful in doing their work. I mean, many of them do not do the homework, or they do wrong. They cannot translate. So in that case, what happens? I myself say that the one who has done the work should compare with the answer of mine, and another one who hasn't done